This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to Inside the Runner Studio. This is your host, Tom, and with me, as always, are Aaron, Michael, and Diana.
Hello.
Hello.
And we are so happy tonight, to be joined by our friend Susana. Hi, Susana.
Well, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're listening. All your listeners from coast to coast and probably country to country.
Oh, love it.
At least one other country, Netherlands. Anyway.
That we know of.
Yeah. All right, so you know the format. We're going to ask you some running-related questions, some non-running related questions, and just get to know you. But before we do you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are?
Well, I am Susana, and I don't know. I'm crazy. I'm dopey. And
You're perfectly dopey.
I'm perfectly dopey, but it's more of a, I don't know if it's a regretfully dopey or perfectly dopey, but yeah, the last I've been running since 2013 official races, and so I started out right after my second child, the official races, trying to get in, fit. And from there, it was mostly the fitness part was the smaller races, 5Ks. And just so I could feel good, because I was at a moment that I was struggling with the weight and having just had my baby, my second one. And that's how I got into it. I just started run walking. And from there, it went on to, oh, look, it's fun now. I got a doggy, because I have a doggy here. And he was also the one that motivated me, aside from the kids, trying to keep up with them. But we were running a little bit. We started out run walking, and then it all evolved into transitioning into the running portion. So I've been running official races since 2013, but the crazy story part is that I signed up. I was going to sign up for Tinkerbell. Now, we all know Tinkerbell no longer exists, but Tinkerbell was my goal race. Once I heard it, I was like, I need to run at Disney. And as soon as I found out that I was pregnant with my third child, the plan for Tinkerbell went out the door. And I said, okay, I need to do something else. And they said, oh, we're going to do the inaugural Dopey. And I said, okay. And at that point, I hadn't run any marathons, not even a half marathon. So I was like, okay, well.
Oh, really?
Just go for it.
Wow.
Yes. So I just registered for Dopey.
I don't think I knew that.
That's not a story I share. But I think maybe a handful of people may know. But yeah, I registered for Dopey, not having even completed a half a marathon distance.
Wow.
So Chicago, one that Aaron just ran, that was my first half marathon. So that was in 2014.
Wow.
And the only reason I had signed up for that race was because our race or site coordinator for the people I run with here, he was like, you need to sign up for a race just so you know and get the jitters out, and that way you prepare for yourself, you know what to expect, and you're ready for your marathon, which Chicago was my first marathon. And it was that same year. So September, I ran the first half, and October, I ran my first marathon. From there, it was just, it was just a downhill from there, because I fell in love with racing after my first half. then I was perfectly one of those persons that had said, I am just going to run one marathon and, well, not one marathon because Chicago was the marathon, but I considered a training run for Dopey, which was supposed to be one. Yeah. So
Not much has changed
was,
with you, Susana. Not much has changed.
right. So that was a training run. But yeah, what can I say after that? There was a year that I considered not running Dopey, and maybe a handful of people know that as well. I think it was the third year. So I registered for Goofy, and I had really a lot of FOMO after I hit the register button. And I immediately called Run Disney. I said, I want to upgrade it to Dopey. Do you still have race entries? So, they took my money right away, and it was all resolved. So,
Yeah.
Well, of course. We're happy to take your money.
right.
We're Disney. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
essentially, after Dopey, and I love Run Disney, but after Dopey, I had separate goals to tackle other races around the country. My goal was to go 50 states with marathon distance. I think I'm at 13 states right now, but I've duplicated
Wow.
marathons. And other than that, that's me in a nutshell.
Is that why? Is that why when we did Flying Pig, is that why you're the only one doing the marathon all by yourself, and everyone else was getting crazy on the half course?
Yes, and I think that year,
Yeah.
that was my second Flying Pig, and I only ran it because y'all were running it, but I
Yeah.
couldn't. I had a different goal, and we've discussed this with Aaron before. My other goal was to get 40 marathons before my 40th birthday, and I was on target with that. But then COVID happened, so there went the plan. I think
2020 ruined your plans.
Yes.
I feel like 2020 doesn't count. I feel like whatever you do now still counts towards that goal. I feel like you just get a pass for 2020 because that.
I only get one.
Well, because that you get like a do over. You get like a do over because you can't count that against you. If there were no races to run,
I ended up signing up for virtual ones too, so that got me to my goal, but it was not the same. It was like
Yeah, I get that.
The whole part of camaraderie was missing, so I don't really count it, but I got my numbers. It's just not the way I wanted.
Gotcha. No, that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, and that is perfect. Look at these transitions, man. So we'll jump into our runner question. So in the theme of goal races and things that you want to do, is there a place you'd most like to run in the world, or like a bucket list race that you still haven't been able to do yet?
I have many bucket list races. Many. And they are
What's your top?
marathon
Say it. What's your top three?
My top three. Well, right now, part of my goal is to complete the world majors. So I have 2 more countries to do, 2 more races. So this coming up weekend will actually, hopefully, be my 5th star. And I know the viewers or the listeners can't see it, but it is I have the London Tower back here, which it'll be this week. Yeah, so hopefully, fingers crossed. I took my requirements to get into the UK, so Tokyo is going to be 2023. So that is actually will be my 6th star. There is a Loch Ness marathon that I want to complete. Only because it sounds very interesting.
It's so pretty up there.
Where is that?
Scotland.
Scotland.
Oh, like the show that we watched. That was
Like the
there was a
Loch
show that
Ness
we watched that
Monster?
was-
Or the monster.
No.
Like,
Well, yes, I know that, but I'm saying the scenery wise, there was
Oh,
a
yeah.
show we watched.
We did watch a
that
Scottish
took
show,
that
yeah.
took place in that location.
And we were like, "Oh, it's
And
beautiful."
we were like, "Wow, that's beautiful."
Yeah.
Not yes, I know there's a monster as well, but I'm not interested in seeing the monster. I'm talking about the scenery from the show we watched.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, that's
It's
funny.
beautiful.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
It's nowhere
so
near
then-
anything else.
So then the other race, a different runner, Anna runs on coffee. We were mentioning about, was it 2023 Paris, where the Olympics will allow runners like you and I, just be able to run the course after the elites. So I'm hoping to be able to find out.
Oh yeah, I remember her talking about that.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
that would be one awesome thing to add to it as well.
All right. So, do you stop for? I mean, I know the answer to this question. Do you stop for characters, dogs, beer, shots when you see them on course? And since I already know the answer to this question, what is your favorite thing you've ever seen on course?
Well,
You
And
can
if
answer
guys
the
don't
first
know,
part if you want.
The answer to that first question is yes.
Yes, very much yes. I've run many a race with Susana. We have done many a shot. We have brought alcohol with us along the way. She is one of my favorite running friends to fun run with.
So we've completed. At one point, we had the 4 Parks 4 challenge, which was to have a drink, and I successfully accomplished it. I don't remember, Erin, if she completed that Magic Kingdom one. Were you able to?
Yeah, no, that was the year. Yeah, that was the year that Jennifer Taylor brought us those the
shot
packaged. They almost look like goo packets,
Right.
and they have alcohol in them.
Yep.
They're like pouches that look like goo and have alcohol in them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so Jennifer Taylor bought a bunch of them. Shout out Jennifer Taylor.
Yeah, that's awesome.
To Disney for all of us and gave them out as gifts.
I
Yes.
love that. That's better than putting beer in your running belt like I did, and then it just became
Oh,
foam.
God.
That was a mistake.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah. I wouldn't think that would hold up well.
No,
Yeah.
it didn't. Didn't hold up.
Yeah. And we got the bonus
Yeah.
one, right, Susana, in ESPN?
Yes, we did. We there's a different runner who I met through also Run Disney. He lived at the time in Ohio, and then but we met in California at one of the Run Disney events. And Nahid, he had fireballs right before. In between Animal Kingdom and ESPN, he was out there because they wouldn't allow people at Boardwalk. If you remember that, there was one year that.
Oh, yeah, that was the year.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So he happened to be out there in between there, and so he had the little. I don't even know how many ounces is in that little shot thing, but
The little airplane size
yeah.
ones. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yep.
Couple ounces, yeah.
Yeah, so he gave you a few of them, and then we went into ESPN and did our bonus shots there.
Oh, God.
So we got 4 parks plus ESPN.
Oh,
Plus-
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, that's a good memory. I like that one.
yeah, that's a favorite.
So let's see. What is the biggest mistake you ever made in a race, and is it leaving me at the margarita stand?
Oh,
I feel like you're confusing that,
definitely.
and
Did
that
I-
feels. I
did I
feels
mix
like
up
you're
that
mixing
story?
up the story.
I think it went the other way around. There might be some regrets on your behalf.
Ouch.
To the listener, we ran this whole race of a marathon, and he abandons me at our margarita stand, which happens to be around right before mile 26. just a few inches
So
short.
you're
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
done.
Yeah, we're basically done.
And he
Yeah.
took off. He took off. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
Yeah.
He left
And
me
he
over
left
there.
her behind.
Yeah.
Classic
Me.
Michael.
He left me. Yeah. Just standing around, looking around. I'm like, where's Michael? Oh, he left.
Yep. God.
Did he have a shirt on?
Probably not.
That year, yes, I was clothed that year.
So that the answer to the biggest mistake you've ever made for Michael is leaving Susana behind.
Yeah.
Susanna, do you have a biggest mistake?
Maybe taking too much goo.
Oh,
So
that's the worst mistake you can always make. Oh, God.
that was definitely a race memory, which happened to be that first half. So after that, I knew how to handle goo per se, not to have as much, but yeah, I ended up running to the porta potty. So as soon as I finished, I ran with my medal and went to the porta potty.
Oh, my God.
It was the
It's
worst.
the worst.
Mm-hmm.
You just feel like garbage. Like if you get like your goo wrong.
Yep. Yeah, and so that was one of the things I won't repeat, but
Yeah.
that was the worst mistake. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to jump into some random questions.
Ooh.
If you could have an unlimited supply of one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
For a race or
In general.
Yeah, for life. It's random.
unlimited air travel.
I think you're the first person to say that, and that's like the best answer.
God, that's so smart.
That
a
and the
great
person
answer.
We
that
say
said
that
money.
we say that to almost everyone who gives an answer. We're like, "That's the best answer. Why hasn't anyone ever said that?" But yes, air travel, unlimited
That's an
air
excellent-
travel.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, go anywhere, forever, for the rest of your life.
All right, now we get back to the James Lipton traditional inside the actor studio questions. What is your favorite word?
What?
I cannot deal with you.
Oh my god! And what is your least favorite word?
I can't. That's my least favorite word.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
All right, Tom, I got something for you. Here, go ahead. You can start.
Hey, Susanna. What turns you on?
Obviously, I just said earlier, travel. Travel and drinks.
Travel.
You know what?
Great answer.
That's a great answer.
That's such a good answer. Travel is awesome.
Yeah. What turns you off?
I didn't think I had anything that really turned me off. I'd say I'm probably the easiest person to easygoing. I just go with the flow. But I've learned that it irks me. Overly stressing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, it's exhausting.
So I guess it would be, what is it? My opposite, my complete opposite. It irks me. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah. What sound or noise do you love?
I like soothing rain.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Now, what sound do I hate? Loud banging noises that startle you. So anything that
Yeah.
startles you, like a noise, that would be.
Yeah.
Susanna, what is your favorite curse word?
I don't know if I have one.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
I feel like it's
I'm
underrated
sorry.
too. I
Yeah.
feel like yeah.
I can't say that I really curse a lot, but if I do, I'd be saying the mother effer or whatever.
I actually saw you type the F word for the first time today in a text, and I was like, Susanna!
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Don't
I
change
was,
you.
I was so startled by it.
Well, the thing was,
Everyone else in our group chat curses like crazy, and then she
Yeah, no, I was
never
so
does.
frustrated.
It was very.
I love
It
it.
was very shocking.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I'd go back to flight attendant in a heartbeat back in the 80s or 90s, and it was still glamorous.
And what profession would you not like to do?
I'd go back to my last question, which was stewardess or flight attendant. I don't know how many people have.
Yeah. Currently.
No.
Currently.
Yeah, but it would be that only because you'd have to deal with obnoxious people. And although
Yeah.
All right, Susana. Well, I get to ask you our final question, but before I do, I want to say thank you very much for coming on. It's been a long time coming. We've definitely followed your social for a while now, and your whole thing about signing up for Dopey before having done a half gives me a lot of hope because I'm signing up for Dopey next year to run it in 2023, and I'm already terrified, but you give me a lot of confidence. So,
And then maybe you can get a picture with Susana like I do on Everest during the marathon.
I'm not
Oh.
fast. I'm not that fast.
No, I wasn't that fast either. Although I was super serious the first half of that marathon just so that I could get there and then
Before we
then I come
found
down.
poor Diana crying.
No, that was 10 miles later. That's how long a freaking marathon is. I hate it so much.
Oh
so
gosh.
let me say that
Goodness.
the way to tackle it is have fun, everything up until the half, and once you're at the full, you can gauge how you're feeling and what the corral situation is based on the past 3 days. And then you can assess how much fun you can have. We've always, if you're doing Dopey, you ran and took pictures and did everything you wanted during the first 3 races, that you've seen it basically all for your first half. So you can be a little serious in the first half and then have fun during the second one.
I'm going to follow your plan.
Yep.
All right. So, Susana, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Here's a glass of sparkling champagne.
Oh.
Oh, a little
Cheers.
bubbly. A
Welcome.
little bubbly.
Little bubbly.
Yeah, a little bubbly.
Awesome. Well, Susana, this is fabulous. We always love talking to you, and I'm glad everyone got to hear. Any social media you want to plug or anything you want to give a shout out to? And then I always ask people if they have any words of wisdom they want to leave to the listeners.
So I know we've mentioned a lot of the good stuff we've had, and I do have to give Jen Taylor a shout out. I've given it to her in person, but I would love her to hear that her little shot glasses of the I think I got vodka, so that really helped me achieve that goal. So thank you. And
Love that.
yeah, so thank you, Taylor. And Jen Taylor. Just to clarify, I don't know how many other Taylors we have as listeners. So,
Yep.
other than that, thank you all, and big shout out to you all. But I have to consider Michael about that one, though. He left me.
She left you.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was a jerk. We're still working on the retribution.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Wasn't the retribution all before that when I had to run with you for 7 hours
What?
prior to that?
That has nothing to do with
Didn't
Susana.
I pay penance
Nothing to
prior
do
to
with
my
me.
crime?
That has nothing
All right, let's
nothing
not.
to do with. And also, Susana enjoys running with me, so I don't know what you're
Then why
talking
was
about.
she not with you? Why was she at the margarita stand miles ahead of you?
Guys, why are we... We just had this brilliant
I literally-
conversation with Susana.
Oh, God.
Word of advice, I would just say have fun, take as many pictures, enjoy the race with friends, walk, run, whichever works for you, but just enjoy every step you take.
Yeah, love that.
Well,
beautiful.
thank you. Well, good luck in your upcoming race, and we will talk soon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Awesome. Bye,
Bye.
Susanna.
Bye.